did they approach you with this character? Did you kind of pitch them?
Came by and be like, how about this? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Sounds good. I'll come by and record. I was a bit worried when Silksong was coming out that like my whole game development career would be completely swept up by 40 minutes in a little closet with a microphone.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from them that you put into your game?
I think it's maybe a change in philosophy about how I'm developing stuff now. I was actually one of the testers on Silksong before it came out. I'm really good friends with those guys. I actually just work just down the hall from them, actually. I was trying to get through all of Act 3 like pretty quick so I could see all the bosses. Tormented Trobbio, just like getting stuck on him, and he kills you a bunch of times and he taunts you in your own voice. And I'm like, I gotta finish this game, man.
I feel like you might be the only person in history to play test a game where you're versing your own boss.
Hacknet, the Australian Centre of the Moving Image, they've got a new video games expo. They've got the brain of Trobbio up on the wall, just like the behavior tree. They've listed a bunch of other stuff in the game as well.
You did?
Yeah.
Who else did you do? Ladies and gentlemen, look who we have here. Matt. What a pleasure. How are you, brother? Thanks for taking the time.
Very good. Thanks for having me. Lovely to be here.
How are you feeling? You're in the trenches working on a secret project. You're now a voice actor. Can we call you a voice actor now? What do you think?
It's funny that I was a bit worried when Silksong was coming out that like my whole game development career would be completely swept up by 40 minutes in a little closet with a microphone. But technically true. Technically voice actor.
So you're not switching paths just yet?
It depends what the offers are. You got a good one for me.
What's your dream voice acting role now that you're an acclaimed voice actor?
Oh, now that I'm an acclaimed voice actor.
Yeah.
All right, give me another question. I'm going to get back to that one.
Okay.
I've got nothing for you there.
I know this sounds silly, but you were phenomenal in this game, man. I'm serious. You were so good. Like the whole design, how he's kind of named after you, the whole thing it's just so cool, don't you think?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's like a real privilege. I think it was really nice of the guys to put it in like that and have a little thing that I feel like I have like a little bit of ownership like in. I mean, I was actually one of the testers on Silksong before it came out. There were only two of us that got like trending before the game came out, and I love the game. I think it's so good, and I love the original. And I'm really good friends with those guys. I actually just work just down the hall from them, actually. So we catch up quite a lot, and being able to be a part of like their project as well is like so nice. So yeah, I mean, it feels like a real privilege to be a part of it, but it really is just a bit of fun. Like they're having fun over there, just making it, and I'm having fun doing a silly little voice. It's good.
We are going to talk about obviously your games. For anyone that doesn't know, Matt has one of the best hacking games of all time, in my opinion. He might disagree with me because he's humble. Hacknet, we'll talk about that later and your other stuff. But tell me, how did they approach you with this character? Did you kind of pitch them? How did it go down?
Oh no, I mean they said they had a character like this and were thinking about like naming it Trobbio, and like asked if I could do the voice. I'm obviously like, yeah, of course. Sounds like lots of fun. I don't know. There's not much discussion in it. Really.
I know.
I think they just came by and be like, how about this? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Sounds good. I'll come by and record.
Because you're playtesting, you don't get any say in the move design, the moves, and the feel of the fights.
I did a little bit for a couple. I'll tell you, it was almost entirely like nerfs to bosses that I could put in. It was much harder when I did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I had a couple, but I don't think Trobbio got any major changes at all. I think it was pretty good by the time I got there. The guys they're so good at it. So it was pretty. So I think his fight was pretty much the same by the time I got to it.
How good's the music from Christopher in the
so good
in the fight and the Tormented fight too, man?
Yeah.
Oh, he just went off on that. Seriously,
I know, it's so good. Chris is so good. Do you know that Chris actually did the credits
for your game
for Hacknet too? Yeah.
Oh, he did for Hacknet.
Yeah, he did the credits track. Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I know he worked on Wrestledunk, your other game, but
Yeah. And I have another secret project that I shouldn't say this, but The first game I ever made that I don't really that I ever sort of released commercially that I don't I don't think is very good. Chris did the music for that one too.
Oh, so you're friends with him too? You're just friends with
Yeah,
everyone, man.
we go way back. I think I might have introduced Chris to Team Show. Maybe. I can't
Wow.
remember. It would have been ages ago. But yeah,
Has
I
he
think
always been passionate about music since you
yeah,
knew him? Yeah.
yeah. He's been amazing since since forever. Although I do
Yeah.
think he really found his footing in his style in Hollow Knight. I think that one just turned out amazing, and yeah, I think he's just grown so much from there. So yeah,
Are,
yeah, amazing.
are you playtesting without voice actors, without music, just pure from a gameplay point of view?
Well, I only did my run through at the end when the game was like mostly put together. I think they
Oh,
saved me for one of the the final runs. Um,
right.
so there was almost all the voice acting was in. Actually, it was a bit of fun. Like there were only a handful of characters that weren't voiced yet in mine, and then like I'd get a new update sort of patch every day basically when they like went into to try it out, and then sometimes you'd go back to an area to hear a couple new voices come in. And then sometimes you'd go back to an area and I'd hear my own voice coming in because I voiced a bunch of other stuff in the game as well.
Oh, you
Just
did?
yeah, just a
Who else did
couple.
you do?
I do. There's a big guy in the Underworks that he's in a
You're
locking
kidding.
fight, and
That's
he comes
you?
down with a big hammer. I'm the conductor, the guy that's got the little the enemy that has the cog flyers flying around. He's like Vector. Um, then I'm one of the fleas. You know, I think because all of us were just hanging out, and there's like a lot of they make because their game has so many NPCs and enemies. We all just did a bunch of them. Yeah, it
How
was fun.
how do I convince you to tell me who Concerned Ape voice acted?
Did ConcernedApe do one?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, well, I've got no idea
Didn't even
then.
know.
Sorry, I don't know. I
Oh, you got to hound them. We need to hear. We need to know who it is.
don't know.
So a lot of people ask me like, is there any law to this guy? So I'm guessing there's no law to him. Like, there's not a big book of law where you kind of go through. He's this theater guy, this and that. I'm guessing it's not that deep.
It's I think everything that's canon about him is in the game. I have personal theories about where some of the ideas came from, but I don't know. Maybe it's a bit much to share.
Yeah. Are you a theater kid at all? Is he kind of resembling of you at all?
I'm not a theater kid per se, but I how do I describe it? I think there are aspects of it in there, but
Oh, so you're a
yeah,
bit of a showman.
I don't know. I wouldn't put it.
Whose idea was it to have him kind of really cool detail? You walk off, if you come back, he kind of pops his head up and then pretends to be dead again. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, that's all Ari. That's
Ari,
yeah, it's got those good touches in there.
that those touches are kind of what for me kind of just adds that extra layer to a lot of
Yeah.
these games, not just Silksong, but even like some of your games, just some of the little touches that you can add that kind of not everyone will see, but when you
Mm.
do, I just appreciate them. I'm sure you're the same.
Yeah, I think that like a lot of people talk about like putting the love into the game. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I mean, I think it's the same in like all expressive forms. You got it in cooking, you got it in food, in films, all that sort of stuff. Where I think that paying attention to these things and like adding those details and adding that like texture to the world, I guess. I think it's just that level of care that um I don't know they've got in the game that I really love, and that I agree. It's basically what I'm saying. That yeah, it's
What
so good. I think it's like it's just made with a lot of love, you know.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from them that you put into your game?
Um, I think it's maybe a change in philosophy about how I'm developing stuff now, and I don't think it's necessarily like 100% like advice for everyone. Do you know what I mean? This is just sort of
Mhm.
something that I'm sort of approaching a
Everyone's
bit
different.
more. Yeah, everyone's a bit different. But I think that there's a certain in game development, there's a certain like anxiety about making, like, say you want to make like a Mario, just like a 3D platformer, right? There's a real anxiety about making one of those that's just straightforwardly a 3D platformer, because then you're directly comparing yourself to like these, some of the best games ever, right? That have just been making the same game for you dozens of years. How are you going to compare to that? And the response to that is very often to make some sort of like gimmick, or make some sort of like twist on it that changes how it works, right? And I think in doing that, you kind of lose what people actually want to play, which is just a fun platformer. Like, just make the straightforwardly good version of the thing you're trying to make, and don't let your anxieties around being compared to something else that you really respect or you really like sabotage you making that version of it. Yeah, I think they have like a very, I think we speak about this a lot when we're hanging out, that just making something that is straightforwardly good in the way that you want to play it. You know what I mean? And not worrying too much about like, oh, I need this game to have like a gimmick so it stands apart from this. Just only putting those things in when it feels like it makes sense, when it naturally flows on from the design that you're making or the world that you're building. Yeah, hanging out with those guys, I think that is the biggest change in my thinking around it. Is
Yeah.
less about, there's so much talk in the industry about like, oh, I've got to innovate in this game, I've got to do something different. And actually, I think a lot of times people just want to play something that is like a fundamentally good version of a genre of game they want to play. And within that space, there's plenty of room to be expressive and to, come up with new things and show players new things and have new experiences. But you don't need to put some big twist on it to like, right, like, on a fundamental level. You don't have to do that. And I think only adding those things in where it makes the game very obviously better, when you've already like built a fundamentally good base,
Yeah.
is, I think that's like the new way forward for me, at least.
What did you think about their marketing strategy for Silksong? There was some chatter around, oh, these guys should be charging more. They
Mm.
should have given more time. Some people said they should have given other developers a heads up. Um, yeah, what's your take on that whole thing?
I think it's fine. I think they're just making a game and they're putting it out and they don't want to charge that much. Like, I don't
Yeah,
think it's
no.
a. I think look, there is some interesting discourse around it being like, look, they make very good games and they're charging not much money for it, and other people are making games in the same genre, and now what are they supposed to charge? But like I was saying, people have room in their lives for more than one Metroidvania. I personally don't think it's a huge deal. I think it's kind of stirring up drama that doesn't need to be. I do think there's an interesting question about race to the bottom pricing. Like, we saw it on mobile and it was a disaster. So I don't think you should sell Silksong for $1.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think they're trying to be generous, and I think they've succeeded at that. I also think that I don't know. I feel like maybe I shouldn't say it, but there was discussions. We were talking about the Silksong launch like a couple of years
Yeah.
before it came out, and they were talking about like not wanting to bother with marketing at all. They'll just put it up on the store page someday, and I think
That's
that they
great.
changed. They changed, and I'm like, maybe given the the gravitas around it, given the little 2 week window was good. So I think they did consider it.
Is that because they don't want all the bullshit or what?
They
Like,
just want to make games.
yeah.
And the marketing stuff's so annoying. Like, even for me, like
Is it really?
I mean, I
But
like I
you
like
nailed
doing.
the man. Your trailer for Hacknet, I remember it.
Mm,
It was like,
mm,
I need your help or something. It was a
mm.
great start to the trailer, and I don't know if you did that, but I mean, you know how to do trailers.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I did that. Although I didn't actually edit that one. I like sort of wrote I had like an editor that I sent all the clips to, and like the order and what I wanted to be there. So I had a lot of help with that one, and
Yeah,
my publisher, fellow traveler, helped a lot with that as well. But I did like sort of direct the trailer.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, you've got. I mean, I did it because you got to do it. And making a good trailer is important, but really, I want to be making games, not making trailers. I like doing conventions; they're a bit of fun, even if they are like exhausting when you do a couple in a row. But yeah, I think the Team Cherry guys just want to make games, and they don't want to deal with any of that, so they don't.
Is that the worst aspect for you, the marketing, or is it because I've heard you say the worst aspect's the settings menu,
This
doing the settings menus?
settings menus are really um the worst aspect. Nah, the marketing wouldn't be the worst bit. The worst
No.
bit would probably be
Bugs?
yeah, sometimes that's the worst feeling. I think
Yeah.
like there was a brief it's weird because it's like it's probably lost to history, but I'll never forget it. But there was like a brief like window. It would have been like I think would be 30 hours or something where there was a bug where some people's saves could get deleted or corrupted in
Oh,
Hacknet.
yeah, that's the worst one, isn't it?
Like just knowing that like I'm working on it and knowing that every like because there were a lot of players. It was like quite recent after launch that like every minute that I spend on this is another person's having their day ruined. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I think having a bug that like really hits people sucks. So yeah, that's the worst bit.
I feel like that's the worst possible bug.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Save
like,
bug corruption so
anything else
bad,
I'm fine with, but the progression stoppers are the ones that really get me
so
heated.
bad, so bad. Yeah,
Especially if it's like a big RPG, 50 hours in type of
yeah,
thing. You know what
yeah,
I mean? But I guess
yeah.
it's how do you know it's there as a developer? I guess just need to
I
play
mean,
test the shit out of it, don't you?
yeah, you wouldn't. The problem is like when you get to like scale of some of these games, right? Like if you've got a
Mm.
bug that affects you know, 1 in 5,000 saves, right? Like when you're developing a game, you might like you'll play it a lot, but you're not doing 5,000 playthroughs start to finish. You just don't have time, right? So, if it's 1 in 5,000, you might not ever see it. It might like never come up, right? But
Yeah.
if you get 100,000 players, and you got 20 emails about it, and then the problem just gets bigger and bigger from there.
So
Yeah. So
when Hacknet released, you obviously put it out to the world. It's doing well,
mm.
and bug reports, I guess, are coming in. And you're a one-man team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to sleep. How the
Mm.
hell did you do it?
All right, I feel like really happy about the answer that I found for this. So this is
Okay.
really clever. I found a like a weird plugin for Trello that lets like anyone come in as a guest and they can make cards, but they can't delete them. And so I had them on like the Discord and on the Steam forums, this big Trello board that anyone could like move the cards around on. And basically I'd go onto the Discord and I'd like ping everyone that I was there. I'd be like, all right, like in 20 minutes, I'm going to like lock the Trello and I'm going to do the top 10 cards that are there. And I just let everyone just drag them around like crazy and try and do it. And then I'd lock it and I'd do the top 10. And I'm like, all right, you didn't get your bug fixed. That's on you. You should have dragged harder. And I think on that, it's like obviously secretly in the background, I'd do the ones that I was like, oh, this is a real technical issue. But
Yeah.
if people want like little things fixed or little like details or little things added, I think handing that over to the community to let them like sort of fight it out to pick like what they think is the best one to do it. I think giving that little bit back to them really helped. And then because then if you do it, you'll be like, oh, I'll do the top 10. And then if you do an extra couple, it feels like a bit of fun. You got a couple free bug fixes in. You didn't quite make the cut, but I'll give you this one anyway.
So
So
I feel
yeah,
like
just
for
letting
your,
the community help was good.
oh yeah, 100%. That's the best way to do it. And I feel like you had a nice little community that, like a good
Oh, so
size.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
so good.
Because you don't want it too big where it's annoying. Kind of
Mm,
want enough. Yeah.
yeah. I
The-
I still go to the Hacknet Discord. I never type in there anymore, except when someone complains about Trobbio and I'll make fun of them. But like I'll still go to the Discord. It was yeah, it was good. I think it's really interesting seeing like the bomb that was Silksong hit the whole internet because it even got into like my own little weird like corners before they knew that I was in it. And that was a fun day for it. But yeah, no, it's a great community there. So yeah, I
Is
think the
it?
answer to like how you manage that stuff is like I leaned on the community to help and they really like showed up and were really good. So Yeah, thanks to that.
Is it just weird? Like, I'm guessing you've played the final game of Silk, like the final release.
Well,
No?
technically no, because I
Okay.
did, I did like a full playthrough.
So you've already done it. Yeah.
Yeah, just before. So I did watch a couple of like streams of people playing through it, just so I could see. Like there were a couple of like a handful of bosses that I asked for, a couple more anticipation frames on some moves that I thought were rough, and it was nice like watching through and like seeing it there and seeing it work really nicely. It was so that was good. So I did my big playthrough, and then I watched a stream of it after.
Is that what it's called? Anticipation frame? I've never heard that, but I guess that's the term for it.
Yeah, there are a couple depending on what you're making, but that's what I call them.
What do you find the key to a good boss fight is?
Whoa.
I told you I'll give you some thinkers today.
There's a yeah, it's I'm trying to think about how to answer this. So I mean I can
Yeah.
reveal I've got my new game that I'm working on has some boss fights. So I've been really in
Oh,
the mix. I've been really in the mix with this one. So
okay.
um
You got to be careful then. Yeah. Take your time. You got
yeah,
it in
yeah, so
time.
I'm being careful. I think trying to reduce it to something like one sentence is just like never gonna do it. Like if I'm gonna give like developers advice on like here's how you make a boss fight good, um it's gonna have to be more than like a quick like here's the trick to it and then you can just do it.
Yeah, I know. It's not a
Like I can't just
tagline.
say one sentence and it'll tell you how to do it. Like I guess I'll give you an example here, right? Like my favorite boss fight in original Hollow Knight is Mantis Lords. I think it's one of my favorite 2D boss fights of all time, and I think it does like what I think is like the hardest thing to do in like a boss fight really well, which is it's not that hard. Like pure vessel is like a really hard fight, and it's really good because it's a really hard fight. Like a lot of the fights that people say are their favorite fights from Souls games are the really hard ones, and that's because by the time you beat it, you feel so good for having beaten it that you're like this was amazing, right? But Mantis Lords does something like really special where it gives you like that extreme satisfaction
Without being
without
hard.
without being that hard,
Yeah.
right? I think part of it is that, and I think a lot of the Silksong bosses do this really well too, is that they they give you this sense of like, yeah, this boss is bullshit. It's impossible. It's so difficult. But I just happen to be playing incredibly well right now, right?
Yeah.
Like I think you want to be presenting things where the threat is totally insane. Like the hitboxes are enormous. There are so many of them. There's things everywhere, and you want to be like plugging into the part of the human brain that is really good at recognizing patterns, such that people are able to recognize it and they don't even know how they're doing it. I think that is one path to making something that's very satisfying to play. But obviously there are heaps more. There is a trick to it that I think is really valuable, which is you can find like patterns that are very satisfying to dodge. Like I think
Mm.
my favorite in Silksong is the last judge one where they do the big jump up and they hit the ground and then the fire goes over the ground. So the dodge pattern is you dash and then you jump. And
Yeah.
then you're jumping and you happen to be hovering right next to them. So there's this very obvious flow of like dash, jump, hit, and then you deal with the next move. And it's got like a response that is like it's quite obvious to like see the response. And then it's fun to press the buttons and it sets you up to have like an interesting engagement with the next thing. So I think finding some pattern where it's like there's a fun sequence of buttons that does the optimal response to this move is I don't know. It gets very technical and weird when you're speaking about it, but like,
With a boss like that, they've obviously got like 8 moves that they do on rotation. Is it a percentage during each section?
oh,
Like,
I
how does
have
it, you know
I
what
have
I mean?
such a good thing for you to answer this question.
Yeah,
So
please.
I was in when I was in uh, Melbourne for PAX just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
ACME, the Australian Centre of the Moving Image, they've got a new video games expo thing there.
Yeah.
And they have like as part of that, they've got a big like Silksong section, right? And as part of that, they've got the brain of Trobbio up on the wall, just like
Oh,
the behavior tree.
you're
So I have a
kidding.
picture. I have a picture with me next to it if you want it.
That is sick. Yeah.
I'll send you those. I'll send you those after. Yeah, you can see it. It's really just it's a behavior tree. So there's like essentially it changes from game to game. And yeah, so their one I think has just yeah, like random chances of moves, but some moves have cooldowns, or some can only happen in certain situations, or some like have different restrictions on them, so they can only happen sometimes. You know what I mean?
So
So
how long would Trobbio take? How long do you think it took them to develop that one boss fight? Or is it impossible to say?
I didn't do it, so I can't say. I will
Yeah.
say I think those guys are like insanely quick for the industry. So
Are
it
they?
probably take other people a little longer. Yeah.
What makes them so quick? They're just so good at it.
I think, yeah, I think they are so good. I also think like Ari's a different kind of beast. He works so long and so hard, and he like just draws so fast. It's crazy. That yeah, I think all of them are just have like a really good sense of like what like the right way to do something. And I
Yeah.
just think they're quick at their work. I think
So you think
they're
they actually save time by doing things right the first time?
um,
No?
well, I mean, yeah, in part, but
Yeah.
it's also that like they have like a good iteration. I mean, look, there's a lot of this is just speculation. Like I speak to them about it, but
I know, I
I'm
know.
not in the room doing the development
I know, I know.
with them. But yeah, I think that a lot of it is just being pretty good at like getting something in there that's like kind of rough really quickly, like getting it to
Mm.
like 50, 60%, and then being able to like play through it a bunch and see like, is this working, how does this feel, and make all those adjustments like at a really rapid pace. So I think the way that like a game becomes good is it's less about just like having a great idea and then just building the whole thing. It's like you have to have like a good like conceptual idea of how this thing should like feel or act or whatever, and then build something out, and then you just got to play it and see how it feels and see like how it's turned out, and then you make some changes, and then you play it again, and then you make some changes, play it again, and do this like it's called iteration in there.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
I
so yeah, just iterating on it a bunch. So I think that they're just really good at getting to that stage really quickly, and then being able to do a bunch of those tests.
I don't know if you ever played the Batman games. One of the best boss fights, whenever I think best boss fight, I
Mm.
think of Mr. Freeze because
Oh
it
yeah,
you
yeah,
had to
yeah. Iconic.
utilize all your skills to defeat him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do you
yeah,
agree?
yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Which one was that? Was that Arkham City?
I think it was City. Yeah, City.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
One of the great games.
yeah,
What are
so
you
good.
playing at the moment besides your own game? Obviously, you're obviously working on that very hard, so you probably don't have much time. But what else are you playing? Like anything piqued your interest this year?
Yeah, I really liked Ghost of Tsushima, so I'm going through Ghost of Yote at the moment.
Nice.
I think that's really cool. Had a great time recently fighting the Monster Hunter Wilds Omega like feature from Final Fantasy. They went crazy with that one. Did you see this?
No, I
They like
didn't.
they brought in a Final Fantasy boss to Monster Hunter, which they've done
Oh
before, but
wow.
it's so they made the regular one. It's a bit of fun, and then they put in like the Savage version, and it was like genuinely hard. Like they force you to do like weird rolls and stuff. So
Is this
I
the
was
new
playing that.
Monster Hunter game from this year?
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like maybe they're doing that because everyone said that the game was too easy.
yeah. I thought
Yeah,
the game was way too easy,
yeah.
but they've been delivering with the updates. The new update monsters are really good. So yeah, I love me some Monster Hunter, and I thought that was so good, so much fun. So just playing that. What else have I got going on? Oh, I'm doing a new deranged Factorio run. They got me again. It's Factorio. I got to every time put on a new stupid mod and try and beat it. For
Is
those
that your
wondering,
is that your go-to?
it's one that so I've got a little group of friends that I like play games online with,
Yeah.
and it's one that we keep going back to. Like I love Factorio, and like love playing through the expansion when that came out. And then there are some mods out there for that game that are absolutely deranged. Played through one called Angel Bobs, which has like all of human chemistry in it.
Oh
Like
my
I'm making
God.
like titanium hexafluoride and stuff. It's ridiculous. And anyway, so we've been playing a new one called Warp Terraria, where your whole base gets teleported to a new planet every 10 minutes, and it's really annoying.
Jeez.
Um, but yeah, anyway, it's an evergreen game. I'll probably play a run through of that like once a year or something. But
I know
yeah,
you kind of started with mods, didn't you, on Warcraft 3? I've got that
Yeah,
correct.
damn, you've done your research. Yeah, I
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I started making games.
What part of that kind of got you into it?
Yeah, I think I don't know, it's weird. Like I didn't know that making games was like a job that you could have until I was like, no, I think I was in university. I was like doing a computer science degree. And I hadn't really conceptualized that like you could just get a job making a video game. But the whole time, like, even when I was heaps younger, just playing Warcraft 3, the idea of like making my own thing in the little editor was really fun. So I would just do that. And then, when I was programming in like computer science at uni, I'd make my own games and stuff on the side because it was fun. But yeah, and it took me a really long time to work out that you could do it as like a job.
Can I ask for like
Hmm.
how important is kind of the code of a game in that I've heard stories of Undertale, the code behind that game is really like not good. But
Hmm.
look at the result of the game.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And then there's games
Yeah,
that are really well coded.
yeah.
So how important is that, or does it not matter? It's just what that final product is.
That's a good question. I think that, like, personally, I think that the design is like basically everything,
Yeah.
and that the code, the tech is just there to like to hold it up to make sure it works, right? Yeah, I'm sure you've seen there are so many videos going around YouTube about like I don't know, talking shit about like Yandere devs code or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
and being like, oh, this game's coded so badly. Like, man, do you think any of those people that are making those videos have shipped a game? Like, do you know
Yeah,
what it takes?
exactly.
Like, come
Exactly.
on, let's be
I know.
serious. Like it works. Like the game's out and it's good. Like why? Who cares how it works under the hood? That being said, I am a programmer by trade, so like I care about it, and I think that there are definitely way better ways to do things that'll like save you time and that'll make it more reliable and make your testing easier, make it less bug prone. Like there are huge advantages to doing it right. You should you should do it right. But
For your own sake, really. Yeah.
yeah, for your own sake, and also just because it makes making the game easier. It makes if you're doing it right, you've got components you can use for future games. You've like there's all sorts of reasons to do it, but does it really matter? Like, the people, if there are two systems and both of them work and both of them run, one might run a little bit faster than the other, but the game runs fine, like Undertale. Like, does it matter? Like, obviously
Well,
not.
yeah.
Obviously not. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it depends on the type of game you're making. Like some games, especially 3D games, are like have much tighter technical requirements that mean that you need to be a bit more on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, and I do think that there probably are quite a lot of games that would have been awesome, but have just died because they just drowned in technical debt. Like the game could never come out because the tech just fell apart. So you don't want to be one of those, but I'm kind of the opinion that all of those videos criticizing it, if the game is out and it works and it performs fine, then like, what are you complaining about? Like, yeah.
What are people, this is a bit of a left turn, but what do people in the industry like yourself and people you talk to think of these YouTubers who come out and talk quite negatively about like Unreal and the stuttering, sorry, with the engine and that kind of thing? Is that an actual problem with Unreal, or is it an optimization thing? Because I don't know if I saw that in like Expedition 33. I don't remember seeing any shuddering. Maybe there was, but
I mean, I'm
um,
a dev, so when I played through it, I did notice some stuttering.
did you?
But I'm
Okay.
like, I'm super sensitive to it.
Yeah.
Um,
So it is a problem with the engine, you would say, or what?
but it's not. It's more that to make Expedition 33 like 5, 10 years ago, you would have needed a team of like 200 people at least. Right?
Really?
Yeah, I mean they made it
Wow.
with like 30 something people, and that's amazing, right? That's incredible. Um, so the technology is letting you do these like bigger, grander things with smaller teams, um, but that comes with trade-offs, right? Like some of the things the engine is doing to help that be possible are very complicated and very tricky to understand, and sometimes like that results in this stuttering, right? Like a lot of times, like what's happening with stuttering is this is a weird thing. Modern
Yeah.
video cards, like on PC, like so this doesn't happen as much on consoles because they all have the same video card.
Yeah.
But modern video cards on PC, they actually like every single different card wants its own set of shaders. Like you've seen the shader compiling when you start up games, right?
Yeah, I
It's
have. I have.
yeah, it's just really annoying. But like developers don't want to do that. Like we're
No,
not
of
doing that.
course.
It's fun. It's because every single card wants its own exact set of shaders. Like your game's shaders, it'll need its own version of them, right? And you can't ship on PC with every possible graphics card shaders because number one, you'd need every possible graphics card's ever been made in your office.
Oh, yeah.
And then you need to run the entire game through on all of them. Like you just can't do it,
That's
right?
crazy. Yeah.
So yeah, so I think this is not actually confirmed, but I think what is happening behind the scenes when it says compiling shaders is they've just got like a full screen picture up and they are actually just like teleporting the camera to different points in the game behind the scenes and like playing a bunch of the game behind the scenes just to get all of the hitches out of the way. Because the way the graphics cards handle it now is they like just will live compile the shader exactly when it's needed. Because you don't, it's quite tricky to know exactly what will be needed in advance. So the technology is getting more complicated. Like this didn't used to be the case. It used to be that you just compile your shaders, every graphics card runs the same shader, you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
But because we're trying to, build bigger and more impressive things, these cards want their own shaders, which means that they need to do it. So, and it just so happens that a lot of the games that suffer from this are in Unreal because it's the engine that lets you make the most impressive looking 3D stuff with the most number of shaders the most easily. Like
Yeah.
Unity will have this like similar stuttering and similar problems, right? But Unreal's got its own quirks, but so it's like sort of Unreal's fault, but really the fault is that the these problems are actually just like very complicated and the
Yeah.
technical environment nowadays is like very tricky and um like I was at Unreal Fest in Bali to talk about some Unreal Engine stuff because I've been
Yeah.
playing around with Unreal Engine a bit. And I actually brought up this question to the like some of the Epic engineers that were there, and they were like, "Oh my god, they hate those YouTube videos, man. They're like." They like, can't stand it because they're just like Unreal Engine sucks. It's like you don't understand how much work Unreal Engine is doing to keep it all together.
Yeah.
The state of things where like if they weren't doing as much as they were doing, the hitches would be relentless.
Yeah.
And they're still doing more to try and get on top of this. Like they're making tools for developers that'll like essentially do an auto run through a bunch of your game and try and catch all of the shaders that will need to be so you can pre-compile it. It's very tricky. So like there are parts of Unreal Engine that are really unintuitive and really hard that result in hitches and stuff like this.
Okay.
That the engine could do a better job of like showing to
Yeah.
developers. The engine could make it easier, but it's also a really hard job that they're doing. Um, so it's a bit of both. It's just tricky.
I feel like a lot of games are on Unreal now. Would you say that's correct? Like big AAA games, a lot.
Yeah,
Like even
yeah,
I think the new Halo that was announced is on Unreal.
yeah. It's
And
weird.
I feel
And
like,
on PlayStation, what are
and
they
on
doing?
PlayStation, man, it's a weird time to be alive.
Really weird.
Um, do you think that's a good thing that a lot of these games are going on Unreal, or you think it's a bad thing that there's not as many custom engines going around?
Hmm. It's a tricky one. I think I haven't worked in like a big AAA studio that has a custom engine,
Yeah.
so it's hard for me to answer. Like, I think
Yeah.
Unreal is like an amazing piece of software. It's an amazing game engine. It's really good. It has some things that it could do better, like obviously, um, but it is really good. And like for an internal team to like catch up to Unreal, it just the idea of like me starting up a team and making an engine that can do the stuff that Unreal Engine does, that we're talking about like
Yeah.
hundreds of millions of dollars, and like 20 years. It's just impossible. It just can't be done. So, for smaller teams, it's an amazing choice. I think Unity's had a couple of like big fumbles recently. I'm hoping
What are
that
they? What are those
oh,
fumbles?
the insane pricing change stuff. They're just
Oh,
gonna like
did that go through?
it went through very briefly and then it got undone, but
Okay.
the confidence is completely shaken. I think they've had some real technical problems where they've got like four different render pipelines. It's a bit of a
Oh, okay.
mess.
Yeah.
But Unity is still the best. Like if I was going to do a game jam, Unity is the obvious choice because it's so comfortable to make something in, so quick to knock things together.
Yeah.
It's good. Like Unreal, you can put together stuff that like looks amazing. You can really push a small team to put up results that are like way bigger than they should be able to do, really.
Yeah.
Um, and it has some incredible technology behind it, and some of it's stuff like just like the character mover component that like lets you put in and move a character around the world. It's just so robust and good. Like you know how in you played Satisfactory?
No, what is it?
Oh, it's like a 3D factory building game. It's in
Oh, I've
Unreal.
heard of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but like, if you like if there's like a train moving around and you jump on top of the train, your character just moves through the train and it's like nothing. It's like there's no problem at all, right? And like man, that's so annoying. And it's in like in multiplayer and stuff. Like that's so annoying to do. Like and like Unreal just handles it all. Like they probably didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah,
So it's
true.
Unreal's got some amazing stuff like that that just works like so smooth. But yeah, they've
Silksong's
got
on
much more.
Unity, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So that, well, there you go. It's producing pretty good results, isn't it? Still.
I
Um,
mean, in the end, it's all just like it's all just a tool, and it's about what you're making, how you're building it. So,
what do you think? I don't know how much you know about this, but a lot of people think the Decima engine is one of the great engines. Would you agree with
mm,
that?
Is that the one that did Death Stranding too?
Yeah. And
Damn, yeah,
Horizon. Yeah.
and Horizon, yeah. I mean, look, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes there, but the results they're putting out, man, it's
For a
amazing.
console game to look that good is pretty,
Silky smooth as well, right?
yeah.
Like the stability and like, oh yeah. So I imagine they've just got some like absolute magic back there.
Would you love to be a fly on the wall there and see it, or is it's something?
Oh,
It,
obviously, yeah.
yeah, yeah, you
Yeah,
would.
I
Yeah,
want to. I want to poke around in it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm going to like talk to the Unreal reps because I want to see what they got going on. I want to see what's coming down the pipeline. But yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to mess around with some of these other engines. But just the cost of making a modern video game engine these days is just so enormous. Even maintaining it, you got to have a team of who knows how many. You could probably tell it's got to be more than 20.
Just
And like,
focusing on the Decima engine at all times.
yeah, I mean, I have no
Wow.
idea how much, but like
Yeah.
you'd have to have quite a lot of people working on it full time, supporting it, like even just supporting it as new games are being made. Like, and the Epic team making the Unreal Engine is huge because they've got all these other games and stuff on it. So they can do a lot of that support, and that's why I think a lot of them are switching. It's so expensive to maintain and build a modern engine these days.
I love how we've talked about engines for 30. I can do this
Yeah,
all day,
sorry,
man.
sorry.
No, no, it's my fault. I one more on it as well. What
Yeah,
if do you still think it's dependent on the game you make on what engine you would choose as a indie developer?
for me, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some engines are way better at some things than others. Like, I don't think I'd want to be doing like 2D and Unreal Engine. I think you can, but it seems annoying.
Yeah, like
Um,
Silksong in Unreal would be, how would you describe that? A
oh, I
disaster
mean,
or not just a bit difficult? Like,
I think it would be more annoying to make.
yeah.
Yeah, I do think that like underrated thing about Silksong and Team Cherry is like they have that game running on like Switch One
I know, man.
impeccably.
I don't know
Like
how
it's
they do it.
amazing. It's like solid 60 everywhere, right?
Crazy.
And like that is a big game, and they have a lot going on, and the load times between scenes are like fast, like faster than like that's not
Fade in and
normal.
out, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like so they've like they've just I think they've come in with an advantage because they've obviously worked a lot of that stuff out with Hollow Knight. But yeah, damn, like they've done an amazing job with that engine. I think getting it to that point, like I think just making it in Unreal would have taken longer and would have been more annoying because I think usually it's better set up for 2D.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just based on the game you're making. I think there's a time for Unity for 3D games as well. But I think Godot is like coming up. That's like the new
Is
one,
it
the new
really?
open source one. Yeah, and I really hope that they get
Have
it
they got the
sorted.
money behind it? Sorry to interrupt you. Have they got the money
I have
behind?
no I have no idea where they're getting their funding.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that seems really cool. And it being open source and it being like developed like in the way that it's being developed seems really good. So yeah, I hope that keeps on the trajectory that it's on because it looks like that'll be the future for 2D.
it's better to have more players in the game, like more engines in the
Oh,
space to choose from. Yeah.
100%. Especially because, I think Unity like broke so much of the trust with their weird pricing stuff and some of their like technical decisions with like splitting the render pipelines and everything. I think having a competitor for that come along is such good news, like really good.
Because it's also a bit scary as a developer working on a game for years and years, and then the engine can kind of do this. I guess that creates a bit
Crazy.
of fear, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think the reminder that your whole like livelihood, everything you've built is like dependent on like this company not making a terrible decision at the wrong time. And then you look at their track
Oh.
record, like, oh no.
Shit, when you put it like that, man.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
So yeah, it's a little bit scary, but whatever. I guess it'll be fine. Just don't think about it.
No, well,
Yeah.
it did. Guess it worked out in the end with Unity. There was a big uproar, and then they reverted the decision. So
Yeah. Yeah. They
there is
did
some sense there.
yeah. Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
yeah, it's good that there's competition, I think.
yeah. The because you've made one of the great hacking games of all time, I got to ask you, what's the best hacking mechanic in a AAA game that you've seen,
Oh,
or top three?
is there a good I haven't
Is there a good one? Oh no, there's the hot take for
I
you
haven't
guys.
played I haven't played Cyberpunk yet. And I hear that one's good fun. Um I I think my answer's wrong. Like I like because I the only one that I can think of that I feel like is like a candidate is like the old Bioshock pipe puzzle one, which is like a
Oh yeah,
terrible answer. It's
no,
so
it's all right.
silly. It's like that's no good. But I don't know. I think yeah, I thought about this when I was doing Hacknet stuff. Be like, oh man, they should do like a AAA game that has like hacking like this in it. I'm like, that should be way too annoying to tutorialize. Like, I don't. No one wants to deal with that. It's too annoying. So
It's
I
got.
don't know.
I feel like it can't be too brain busting in a game, AAA game, can it? It's got to be this kind of little mini game type of thing.
Yeah, I think like the
Yeah.
gameplay function of it is like just casting a spell, right? And so you're really just presenting a really annoying spell casting interface to the player. And I think when I think about it like that, I'm like, oh yeah, this is actually like not a good idea to even pursue at all. But so I think I don't have a good answer for you. I want to see what Cyberpunk does. I've been meaning to play that.
Have you
So
never
I
played it?
haven't played it yet. No.
Oh my
I,
goodness,
I,
that's the
I
pile of
saw the
shame,
release.
eh?
I was like, I wanted to give him some time to do some patches, and then I forgot. So and
They've
then
done a
Ben
hell of a
literally
lot of
came out.
patches, I'll tell you right
I know, yeah, Ben is
now.
really, really good now. So yeah, I'm excited. But
I'd love to see the
uh,
number of patches they've done. It'd probably be 100,000 plus. Who knows?
yeah. Oh man, now you've got me thinking. Like, I'm sure I've forgotten some
What
really,
about
really good.
Watch Dogs? Did you ever find that?
I never played Watch Dogs 2. I know. It came out at a weird time for me. I was all
Oh
hacking
yeah,
games
you were
out.
probably working on your
Yeah,
games at that
I was
time.
done with it. I was like, I'm just playing other stuff. But
Did you
yeah.
get anyone saying like finally a good hacking game after what like you came out after that? Was there any comments like that?
I'm so lost in that timeline. I mean, I think I don't know. It was like lucky with Hacknet. I think it came out at a really good time where there was like hacking was really in the zeitgeist again. Like Mr. Robot was
Mm.
just coming out and everything. So I think it came out at a really good time. And that's just luck. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously I got a lot of comments like that. It's nice.
Well, here's the
Um,
thing, like you've
yeah.
had a really, I mean, incredible restraint not to do a sequel after 10 years. With it's going to do well. I mean, no
Mm,
one knows it's going to do anything's going to
mm,
do well, but you've obviously got that it's going to do better. It's going to do at least decently well, you think.
yeah, probably.
Um, and you've kind of had that restraint to not go back just yet. What has stopped you from doing that? Did you just pour so much into that first one that you needed a break?
It's like a tricky one. I think like definitely after the first one, I needed a break and I wanted different things. But I think the actual answer is probably ambition. But I think if I make another Hacknet, there's a certain like limit gets drawn, just given how long games are taking to make these days. There's a certain limit gets drawn about like how good of a game developer I can ever be. I think if I did that already, like I'd love to go back. I think it would be fun to go back and do it, but I think I want to make some other kinds of games to see what I can do.
Push yourself.
It's yeah. I want to make other stuff, and I want to make things that are better. And I think
Yeah.
that by exploring other stuff first, I think that it will help me do that.
Well, then I've got to ask you about AI in games and kind of the world.
Oh, here
You
we go.
how much do you use AI? Like how do you see it playing out in the next 10 years in your personal opinion? No one has the final answer. I'm just curious on your take on the whole thing.
Yeah. I think this makes me a crotchety old man, but I don't use it. I don't use it ever. I don't have ChatGPT installed. I don't have nothing.
Round of
Um,
applause.
all I've got my extent of exposure to AI at the moment is when I type something to Google, sometimes the response that comes up is pretty handy, and that's basically it at the moment. And it's not. I don't actually necessarily think that's like the best course. I think that like AI has some really good functions, like especially as search, for example. Like I think like using AI, like when you're making a game, it's so annoying if you can't find the function call that does this thing, and you're like, oh, what's the best, what's the correct developer approved way to do this in this engine or whatever.
So
I think
AI is good for that.
AI is so good for that.
Yeah.
I even think that like AI. This is a one of my this is probably a worse take, but I think that like AI image generation in many ways is just a search, right? It's like a search and like mash together
Mashed
of
together.
results.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that you can do interesting stuff about like by using AI image generation as a search on style and as on like on genre. Although I don't think you should like ship with any of that stuff.
No.
I think it's I think that for me, I feel like way behind the curve. I'm just not really using it very much at the moment. Theory, I could be like more effective at what I was doing if I was using AI for search. Yeah, like searching, or like if I've got like a technical problem, I just like put it into the AI. The AI, even if the AI is like wrong, 20% of the time, that's better than Google. You know what I mean? Like finding the answers to this stuff is really annoying sometimes, and like there are good uses for it like that. Like I think having AI that can like go over big APIs for you or whatever is like super good. As for the future of the technology, I think that game generation by image generation, there are some companies spinning up for that. That just like whenever you turn the camera around, the entire scene changes. Obviously, is like nonsense.
Oh,
You have
I
like
can't stand those AI games, man.
I know it makes me. I'm
They're
watching it
just,
and I feel like I've got
honestly, I feel
dementia.
sick
I
watching it.
know.
It's just so
I'm like,
lame. Why would anyone want to play
I
that?
saw an amazing post that was like looking at one of
Oh,
those, being like, this is how old people think like see
yeah,
video games. Like
yeah,
this is what they look
yeah.
like to them. Like it's just like
It's so true.
nonsense. And I thought they kind of really got him with that one. It's tricky. The technology is genuinely very interesting. I do think it has some like very useful applications where like imagine like as a tool for a developer, a lot of the times you get stuck are in just like technical debugging, testing, the engine not doing a good job of like telling you how the feature's supposed to work or what something does. And these sort of problems that do get you stuck are things that AI could be geared towards very well. And it could speed up game development just because it's like such an extensive knowledge base about like the good way of building certain things. It is possible that it could be very good. Um, but a lot of the current incarnations of it aren't.
They're focusing on the wrong things, it feels like. Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw some people talking about it. Like, can we just have the AIs like do the dishes and laundry for me so that I can spend my time making art and poetry? Like, why do we do it
Yeah.
the other way around? It's
Yeah, I know.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
So I think it like my AI answer is that I think that it will eventually be a very, very useful tool um, for game development. If it's going to be making games entirely on its own, I think we're a fair way off of that. Like I know it's writing code and everything, but games is like a very multidisciplinary thing that has to pull a lot of stuff together and has a lot to do with like like feel and sensation and stuff that the AIs are not geared towards doing very well at the moment. So I think making games from prompts is um, making good games from prompts is quite a long way off.
and
Yeah.
even they're going after voice act. Do you think, Matt,
Mm.
that AI could do Trobbio?
Absolutely not. It's only here.
How do
I
I get you
actually,
to perform this for me, Matt? How do
it's
I get one from you?
if you come down to Adelaide sometime, we'll do one for you in person.
Hey, it's not that far from me.
It's not that far. It's not that far. Where are you based? Next time,
I'm in
you in Melbourne?
Melbourne.
Yeah, next time in Melbourne, I'll come say hi. We'll catch up. We'll get a drink
Yeah.
sometime, and I'll give you a Trobbio then.
What do you think the kind of state of the industry is at the moment? You know, with, as you said, the ballooning prices of games.
Hmm.
Do you think, you know, for double A games, it's a bit tougher these days?
I got, yeah, I don't know. I got no idea to be honest with you. I think
Hmm.
it's in a strange state where competition is like as high as it's ever been, but it doesn't look impossible out there. It is
Yeah.
tough. I mean, we are seeing like some breakthroughs from like new and small teams that are doing like amazing work. Like a lot of what I was saying before about the engines, um, like giving all of these opportunities and letting small teams make much more impressive stuff. That is, that's real and that's happening, and the results from that are pretty amazing. So I think that's positive. The price of games going up, the world's getting more expensive. It's I'm not going to make this a discussion about the economy, but like, there's a lot going on out there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So the state of the industry, I don't think I'm the right person to answer that.
Well, in Australia, for context,
Hmm.
for people out there, I think I like for Borderlands, I swore I paid like 120, $130 or something crazy.
It's too much money, man.
It just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Seriously.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually regret buying it. But
Damn.
for that
Damn.
price.
Damn. I just bought a copy of Borderlands. That
Did you?
sucks, dude. I haven't played it
Hey,
yet.
no, shout out to the devs. It's a solid game. For me, it just wasn't worth it for me for that price.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why on Steam, as you would know, probably a lot of sales for everyone are driven by from the sales, like from the discounts, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely for my stuff. I mean, I want to make my games pretty cheap, right?
Mm.
Um, and then like, but I mean, like, it's weird. It's weird doing that as well because like if this next game that I'm making turns out really good and then I make it really cheap, like is someone else on like a discussion identical to this going to be asking the same question about the Silksong pricing that you did about my game? Like I don't want to be like screwing people over by doing that. And I think this is like, just to go back to that point, I think that's why they did it. They don't think it needs to be more expensive, so they're holding it down. But they got a lot of criticism for that. Like, you asked me about it in this very conversation. So the price is creeping up. Maybe it's inevitable. In some way we're involved.
Do you think if Silksong was double the price, anything would be different?
What do you mean anything?
In terms of crashing the servers trying to download the damn thing when it launched. I don't know if you were there at launch, but I couldn't even
I,
download it for an
I
hour.
I was there at lunch.
Were you?
Actually, yeah, we are. Yeah, before I will answer it, but before that, when they put the trailer out with the release date on YouTube when they did the premiere, um, there was actually like a bunch of us were all like in the Team Cherry offices, and I was there with them as well.
Nice.
Like Chris was there, and like the whole squad and a bunch of people who did the voices just came to hang out. One of them brought a cake that had Horner on it. It was really good. So we were there just like sitting watching the premiere, like watching the current view numbers go up and like just making a guess at what it would get to.
Were they
Um,
nervous? Were they excited?
I think they were it was so weird seeing it because it was like I remember doing this same thing with like other people when like the Hacknet and the expansion were going live, where other people were like, "Oh, cool, congratulations, it's launched," and then they're like, "No, I gotta put out all of the socials. Like, you gotta like make sure like all the tweets and everything, and all of the posts,
Yeah.
and like all of your obligations to like they're on Game Pass, so they're like as soon as the announcement goes up, they're like legally obligated to do this, and they're like, "Oh, what was the wording we needed?" So they're just like on the computers, just making sure all the socials and everything goes out cleanly. So yeah, they're just like complete focus is going out, and the rest of us are just hanging out, like eating
Right.
some
So
cake, like
they're not
a bit of
really
fun.
indulging in, yeah,
No,
they're
no,
in
I think
work mode.
they have to be like in the moment doing the work. But
Do you
yeah,
know
yeah,
where they
that
were on launch? Because it's obviously midnight in Australia. So they're up all night.
Yeah, well, I mean, the premiere came out at midnight. We were there hanging out. I was going to be there for I was going to be there for the launch actually as well. Actually, they had a dinner with they invited everyone to like at 7 p.m. or something, and then they went back to the office to do the launch. But I had to miss it. I had yeah, they were just in the office just doing it. Yeah, so it was cool.
Do they sleep at all that day when it's out? Do you know
Yeah, I
what
think they
happened with
sleep. I
them?
think they sleep. I think they sleep after. Like that's like I've done a bunch of launches that were at like like 1 or 2 a.m. You go in, you do the launch, you like stay there awkwardly refreshing and looking at stuff till about 4, and you're like, oh, it looks okay, and then you try and get a couple hours sleep. It's I mean it's scary, but I think by
How
that
do you
point
even
then
go to sleep? How do you actually go to sleep knowing you've
it is
just, you know what I mean?
it is tricky. Yeah,
Oh,
it's sorry,
far out.
I got diverted. You had a good question there. I've forgotten
Oh,
to
what was my
instead of answer
question?
it.
What was my question?
I said I'd answer it. Oh man.
Shit.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, double A games,
Oh yeah.
prices ballooning, that kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was like, do you think it would have been different if Silksong was
Yes, that's right.
double the price? Um,
Thank you for doing
I
my
think the
job
service
for
still
me.
would have crashed. Everyone would have wanted to go to the store page to see it. It's
Yeah,
crazy that happened, but
isn't it?
yeah,
How much
I think
traffic is that to cause that to happen?
it's. I have no idea. It would be. I can't comprehend it. It would
Yeah,
have to be like hundreds of thousands of hits a minute on the same page.
man,
Um,
insane.
yeah, I I think they could have easily charged more. I feel like the price they picked was pretty good. I mean, obviously it's like way undercharging for what the game is, but I think they wanted to give it to people cheaply. It's like they're a really small team. It's not like they need heaps more money from it. Like the game's making plenty. They're doing just fine.
They're doing well,
Like
aren't they?
they like, and
Yeah.
so I think that in some ways it's nice to just make it a bit cheaper. Like, yeah, I mean, it's weird. It is coming back to the discussion we had before about like, is it fair to other developers? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I think I think it's all right, but yeah.
It is a tough one, isn't it?
I think it would have been a little different if it was more, but I still think it would have sold an insane number of copies, and I think it would have
Yeah.
been worth it at 40. And also, they don't need to charge more. I think there's some like virtue in that. I think that's good.
Oh, yeah, it's very commendable. The only issue with Silksong was that voice actor for Trobbio. He was just
He's
something off
ridiculous.
about him, man.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right. Just cut that out of the game. Yeah, he's better. Keep big Underworks guy though. Love that guy.
Dude, was he the guy, Underworks guy? Was he the one
No,
laughing?
I'm not. I'm
Was
not Loam. I'm not the NPC. I'm one of the guys with the big hammer that hits you with the hammer.
with a hammer? So an enemy.
Yeah,
Oh, and so what's that voice?
I don't know. He's just making some grunts. It was pretty
Oh,
good. It
okay.
was
So they,
in the first Silksong trailer, I was the guy with the scissors in Greymore as well. But I think they
oh,
changed
I
it.
hate that enemy. That's you.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of glad they changed my voice. I'm not him anymore. Yeah.
So when you do those voices, you just come in and just guys just having fun, laughing,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I
man.
mean, there's some seriousness too because I'm like, I do have a sense that going into it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that Silksong's like going to be huge. I love the first game. I want to do a good job.
Yeah, of course, of
But
course.
I'm just in there with Will and Ari, and like Will's really good at like coming up with like a list of like the words that you can say because like I think it's easy if you're just like hanging out to be like I could do it. You're just like blah 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 blah. But like in the moment when the microphone's in front
Yeah,
of
you
you,
need
it's like
some.
it's your head goes so blank. So Will's really good at just like coming up with a list of stuff for you to say and giving you examples. We talk through some of the voices and like the scene and like have a look at the fight and stuff a bit, and then just record a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
It's honestly one of my favorite fights in any game. It's so fun, man. And the
So good.
tormented version where
Yeah,
you
do you
come
like
out of the stage, man, it's so good.
the
I
drama? Do you like the original, the Tormented better?
Man, that is tough. I think I have to go original. What about you?
Yeah, I like the I like the red better, so I like the color of the
Yeah,
original.
I like the
But
red better.
I think the Tormented is a more fun fight. But I'm like a real sicko that loves the hard fights.
It was a lot. It was a lot. I think I beat him first go. the original.
Damn.
But Tormented took a few goes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's pretty good.
I'm nothing special, by the way. I'm not.
Not me either. I mean, although I was yeah, I got pretty close in the first go, but he ended up taking me a couple of attempts. I was on the clock doing the testing because I think they because a full playthrough is quite a while, right? So um it took me like I don't know. I did it over the course of like 2 weeks, I think, 2 and a bit weeks, just because I was also doing some back and forth with them and like getting new versions and everything. But it was like getting toward at the end of that 2 weeks is getting towards like where they need to start like having stuff really locked down for it. So they really wanted me to like get through the rest of the game and with Tormented Trobbio, and I was trying to get through all of Act 3 like pretty quick so I could see all the bosses just to make sure the balance and everything was all right. And Tormented Trobbio just like getting stuck on him, and he kills you a bunch of times, and he taunts you in your own voice. Like, and I'm like, I gotta finish this game, man. Like,
Ah!
it's
Oh my God.
it was a really weird moment.
I feel like you might be the only person in history to play test a game where you're versing your own boss.
Kicking your own
Has anyone
ass.
ever done that?
I'm sure it's happened a lot, but it is a weird experience where you're playing a boss and the boss beats you, and then like, your own voice is coming out of the speaker. It's not right.
What's
It's
it
not
like
right.
to kill yourself in a game? Defeat
Feels
yourself?
amazing. Feels so good. I recommend it. Oh, couldn't enjoy it more. Feels so good.
What is your favorite fight in the game besides your
Oh,
own?
oh damn. This is like a full spoilers stream,
Yeah,
right?
full spoilers, full
All
spoilers.
right, cool. I think First Sinner is probably one of my favorites. I just give you
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple of real highlights that I loved. I think Cogwork Dancers obviously
Oh,
rule.
great
Lost
design.
Lace is a banger. Lost Lace actually when I was doing the run through of it, I was with them like super late because they were sending out like the last version the next day. And so I was just grinding out Lost Lace, being like, I gotta beat it like today so I can see. And I was talking to them about it. I had a little like we got dinner before, and I was fighting Lace, and I'm like, oh, man, some of this stuff feels a bit bullshit. Feels like feels like tough. Like she's just like spawning stuff on top of me, and I can't read it, and it's like I don't know. I think maybe it's like overtuned. And I came back in like an hour later after I beat her. I'd be like, don't change anything. It's amazing. It's so good. Don't worry about it. Ignore what I said previously. Just so I don't know. I
That's
really liked that.
brilliant. Did
Yeah.
anything change at all? Do you know?
From Lost Lace,
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I
Wow.
think I got there were some that I got little changes in. I think First Sinner when I fought they just changed the arena, so I had like a white glue coming from the bottom. And when she did the spears across the screen, if the bottom one of the three fired first, you can't. It was really difficult to see because it was against the white glue, and they took it away. So that made that better. I think First
Who's
Sinner is an amazing fight. It's really good. I really liked Widow as well. Um,
yeah.
one change I got there is in phase 2 where she does the little scuttle across the floor with the big slashes. There there wasn't a sound or a little glint on the blade for it, so it made
Oh.
it really hard to see. So um, yeah, I because I was fighting that one, like I was actually like in the because usually I did the testing in like a room off to the side,
Yeah.
but in this one it was just like pretty late, so I was just like on the couch in their office, like playing it, sitting next to Ari, and I was grinding out against Widow for ages, and I could see
Is
him
he
being like,
laughing?
yeah, he was laughing a bit, but then after I died like the 20th time, he was like, ugh, maybe I should change it. And I'm like, don't change it, I got it. And so I'm like, don't change any of the timings. It's really good. I just want like one sound effect on this one move because it's the one that kept getting me. And then we
And
got
that
the end.
helped. Yeah.
I think it helped a lot. Yeah. So I think it was mostly just little stuff like that. Like usually the timings and everything were really good. But
So
I got that.
fascinating, man. Who's responsible for Broodmother? They should be shot. That was horrible
Oh,
experience. No, no, it wasn't that bad.
I don't know who
It
did
was a really
that.
small arena, and
Yeah.
like she'd like kind of bounce around, and the hitbox was crazy. It was kind of like the Unrivaled. I think that was another one. Whenever they put me in a really
Unwrapped.
tight space with a fat enemy,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's the ones that get
yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, I can take a little ownership for this one. I got Maulwing a tiny little bit nerfed because I had a bad time with Maulwing, but I hate contact damage. But
Yeah.
I actually never got to the Savage Beast Fly in Hunter's March until like right near the end of my playthrough. I didn't find Hunter's March until like right at the end. I like just skipped it.
Oh,
So
so
I
you
didn't.
don't. So you're going in blind. They don't give you guides or anything. You
No, no,
just.
no, no. Like totally blind. They want to see how it goes.
Oh.
Um, yeah, so I'm doing
Oh.
like a full like proper playthrough, like properly blind, and it's really weird thinking about it, being like, oh man, I'm like stuck here. I don't know where to go, and being like, I can't look it up. Nobody knows where to go. So I think yeah, I think there was only one time where I asked for a hint, and that was for getting into the putrefied ducks, and it was because the jump to get up there was actually like
Oh, it's
quite
impossible to know, man. How would you know that?
it was quite a lot harder
Really?
when I did it. And when I found it, I actually and they I showed them this and they're like, oh, that's not how that's meant to go. But I actually like I ran all the way out and got max silk and then I wall jumped all the way up to the left and then I just like harpooned and then brolied and then harpooned and then brolied and like
So
got all
kind
the
of by
way across the
accident.
back. Yeah, so I found it like the wrong way
My
because I thought
God.
the jump was impossible. And I think after that, they made the jump a tiny bit easier. But that's the only one I had to ask for a hint for.
Dude,
Um,
is Ari responsible for is it Bilewater where there's
oh my
this
God.
bench that's kind of broken? You got to do this whole dude, that was crazy. What are they thinking?
That's both of them. That's both. That honestly feels like a will thing to me, but like I don't know, it's both of them.
They're just
Uh,
trolling the community with that. I swear to
uh,
God.
yeah, that was that was brutal. That run, I never got the secret bench in Bilewater, so I was doing the run back from the bottom one for Grohl, and
Oh my goodness.
that was much harder in my one as well.
Really?
Yeah, it was messed up. Yeah, although there was actually a there was a there was a weird issue with it where in my version because I'm sure you did the shock request, the end of the shock request.
Yeah, I love that waterfall. Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking
the
about? Yeah.
waterfall.
You got to go
They
all the
actually had
way
a
there. Yeah.
yeah. So they had a after you do that quest, there's a that checkpoints you there, and it's like awkwardly halfway. So I did the Growl fight from that. But I was like, okay, I can never rest another bench, which also meant I didn't have any tools for it. So I did it from there because it was slightly closer. And I'm like, okay, it's probably worth it to not have any tools and do it from here. And that was like definitely the wrong goal. That was no good. I should have just gone in with tools and obliterated him. But you know,
Could you not
I did
tell
it.
them, can you put a bench here for me, guys?
Yeah, of course I told him that. And they said no.
And
But
they
yeah,
said F you. Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit of fun. I
I
do actually think that like yeah, Bilewater is a real good zone. People hate on it, but like oh, it's so like
you like it
effective.
in the end.
Love
Really?
it. Yeah, love it. Although my favorite zone in the whole game is Underworks. I think Underworks is like the best 2D zone ever made. I can't get over how much I like the Underworks. But so
Underworks.
maybe I'm just like maybe I just like being down in the filth, you know. I think it's just who I am.
I'm trying to, I don't even know if you have had to pick a favorite area. My God.
It's Underworks for sure.
It's definitely not the one. Is it Hunter's March where you got to keep pogoing on those things? That's
Oh,
definitely not my
the
favorite.
red flower things. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Hunter's
that's not my favorite.
yeah.
They're all just they're all amazingly done. I just don't know how they did the game in general. I think it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Um,
crazy.
hey man, thanks for your time today. I really appreciate
Thanks.
it. Highly recommend everyone go out and buy Hacknet and Wrestledunk.
Mhm.
Anything else you want to plug, brother?
No, yeah. I think hopefully you'll be hearing from me next year sometime with a new game. So yeah, got a big new one coming, but it's all secret for now. So
And it's got good boss fights, everybody.
hey, don't tell anyone. I wasn't meant to say that.
I'm in.
Yeah,
Thank you,
very
mate.
good.
And you don't want to give us any Trobbio line before you go?
I don't. I don't. I'll do it in
Okay.
person when I see.
Okay. All good, man. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks.